Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Let's go now. 30 base.
Right there, 56.
First carry for Nick Chubb. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Double tight, guys, double tight.
Ready?
Chubb on the counter. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Now Jones. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
70.
So line of scrimmage, still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Now Jones, off play action. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jones. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Robert Foster, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Well, that's how they envisioned it. Get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go. Do it.
At their own 25-yard line.
Reset. 19. Here we go, D. Here I come. Here I come. 9 go.
On first down, it's Watson. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Strong right. Strong right.
Watson on play action. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
And he better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Throwing again is Watson. Left side here, that's the tight end Fan. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Brandon, unless my eyes deceive me, I think they found a matchup that they're trying to exploit here, don't you? I mean, it's the second time they've gone to him here on this drive.
Yeah, opening drive. It's a tone setter, right? I think they're going to be looking his way a lot.
Yeah, and I think that the way things are going right now, they like him as a featured receiver. Let's see what kind of adjustments the defense is going to make to try and take that away.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
I'm going to run you over. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Hey, 31.
On second and 11 now. Watson. Got it open, man. It's Michael Gallup. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 27-yard line.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's second and 11. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be second down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Ready. 60 outlaw.
Game situation. Let's go.
Snap.
On third down, Jones. Over the middle, that's caught by Harry. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, second and 11. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
At the 25-yard line.
Set, ready. 60 or.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
He was brought down by Earl Thomas.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a third down and less than a yard. An extra DB for the 49ers now on third. From the gun, Jones. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 47. Throwing, Jones. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll give it to Chubb. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. The lone man in the backfield here is Chubb on 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
3rd and goal, they're going with Chubb. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. A field goal would make it a 2-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal. They'll run for it. Chubb. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now 14-0.
49ers nothing. Jason Sanders set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with.
Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Jones throwing to start the drive. Over the middle here to Brown. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. Jones now off the bootleg, rolling to his right. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Robert Foster, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Sanders now to add the extra point. And it is now 21-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This one taken from the 7. Now a hit and a loose football. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker.
And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Kenny Young leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Watson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Hassan Reddick in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? From the gun, here's Watson. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. To begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and inches at the 42-yard line.
A good passing down here, and they send 3 receivers to the right of the formation on 2nd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it'll be intercepted. P.J. Williams with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this 1st down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive.
Yeah, check. Hey, Mike. Hey, no, switch the mic right here. We'll go Mike 40, Mike 40. Let's go, D.
Shoot.
Hey, 59. Alert three. Slam.
Shoot. Watch the shoot.
From the 22, Watson going to take a shot for Gallup. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. Jones now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. Throw left side, complete to Foster. Touchdown, L.A. Robert Foster on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Rams tack on to their advantage.
Heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And they'll start in a hole here as he's brought down at the 11-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these team special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like
under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. To throw is Watson. That's caught over the middle by Fant. The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. This time they stay on the ground. And they will get to him behind the line, but they're out of timeouts, remember, and the clock continues to wind down. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Now a first down carry, it's Williams. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. A shotgun snap for Watson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Zadarius Smith able to get him down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They run it again with Chubb. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It was P.J. Williams that time on the tackle.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Now, a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Jones throwing again. Escaping the pressure into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. But they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. Back to throw, Watson. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Josh Allen has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Throwing on 2nd and long. Watson. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
We got double up. Hey, switch gears.
Out of the gun, Watson. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Josh Allen in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. To return is McKenzie.
I got you, boy.
That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And again, it's Chubb. And look at this for the second straight play. The 49er defense drops him for a loss. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
And it's third down.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now, 3rd and long. Off play action. Jones. He'll let it go deep for Foster. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Watson now. Going to throw again. Completes it to Fant on the right side. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. On 3rd down, Fournette. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
They stay on the ground this time. It's Williams. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Back now here in Santa Clara. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. On 2nd and 7, Watson. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Kenny Young picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Going to need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Watson now to throw. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Down, he's coming. Hey, 59. Watch twins. Watch twins. Check the backer, check the backer. Hey, check 24.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A run for Nick Chubb. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's a gain of 13, 1st down Rams.
A gain of
They run again on first down, Chubb. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now Chubb. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. On 4th down, Jones. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Hunter Henry, his first touchdown on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
And able to get a little more breathing room out to the 5-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And the Rams are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over.
Come on, set. 30 base. Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Watch the screen. Go.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well, you and I will be thinking about dinner plans, but we also know they're playing people are thinking, how can I get some more scores for my fantasy, for other things? They're trying to figure that part out now.
By the way, last weekend we went sushi because that's what you wanted. We're going steak tonight.
I'm in.
All right.
Let's go, man. First down team at their own 18-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Watson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a man open down the middle of the field. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. A shotgun give to Fournette. They got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. 3rd and 2, Watson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams 16. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Torrey Smith, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible lead.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Michael Kendricks coming in to drop him. Well, it was 2nd long, now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 16. He's going deep for Brown. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
The extra point up and good, but this one was decided anyway, as that will be the final action in this ball game. So the L.A. Rams with a victory here. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for L.A., they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Jacksonville to take on the Jaguars. Meanwhile, for the Niners, it's yet another loss as they've started out now 0-7. And they'll get an extra week to think about it as the midseason bye might be coming at just the right time. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Yeah, okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gonna want revenge.